Hey there, it's EnderVerse. After 6 months, we are finally continuing the VanillaPLUS textures series. Finding good textures is hard, but I'm mostly the one to blame. I tend to forget. Well, anyways, without any further ado, let's dive into the video. First on the list we have Animated Plus, a pack that will add a nice animation for a couple of blocks. The texture pack's main focus was lamps, but I have some suggestions for the author if they are watching this video. You could try and give this room light an animation similar to the redstone lamps, the brewing stand a potion effect animation, and maybe a shaky animation for the sniffer egg, though the last one may be tricky. Best of luck my friend, and I can't wait to see what's ahead. After 40 years, we finally get a texture pack that rivals the fresh animations pack, adding smooth movements to a handful of mobs. Reanimated Blue is a texture pack with animations that engages the mob's whole body. These movements also adapt to the mood and the situation of the mob too. The pack goes on to add things like a damage animation, an each falling physics, and even a death animation. I've never been this excited for a texture pack like right now. So please Mr. Blue Yeti, keep doing what you're doing. I see a bright future for this project. Flower clusters increases the amount of flowers you can find in a single block radius. That is, making the flowery forest more dense and wilder than vanilla. I love these packs that have to do with the foliage. They can make remarkable results with little change. This next pack will make the short grass bushier, making it more detailed and sprouted out instead of aiming straight up. The pack also changes the color theme for the grass blocks, most notably in the birch forest, as the grass here turned orange. This pack would make a perfect pair with the flower cluster pack. Both offer a similar thing and will help beautifying the forest. This next texture pack is an add-on for the animated doors mod and the resource pack. Through this add-on, the animated doors on Z mod will look 3D. Although it may seem a small change, it can elevate the graphics of your game significantly. Angel's Weather is a texture pack that will improve rainy and snowy weather in Minecraft. The rain in this pack has a grey color, subtle textures, and a slight motion blur trailing the drop. The snow on the other hand has improved in that the snowflakes became more detailed. I'm sure you already noticed the change in the sound effects too. I'll give you some silence to hear it for yourself now. This is an incredible texture pack, and I wish there was a way to tweak the visuals intensity. Leafy Creepers is a texture pack that will change the textures of these mobs, giving them up to 59 biome-based variants. My favorite one is the Pale Garden, and it also happens to be the most terrifying one. Not only are you going to watch your back from the creaking, but from creepers that are almost invisible due to their chameleon-like textures. The creepers here even adapt to biomes from other mods like Bloom and Biosphere, and I wish the author would expand to even more mods, particularly ones like Biomes of Plenty and Regions Unexplored. That'd be awesome. Resprited is a texture pack with an outlook that matches the Minecraft 15th anniversary map. Although I'm not saying that this is the main purpose of the pack, Resprited has its own unique identity, looking quite simplistic and cartoonish at the same time. The pack is not completed yet, though it covers a lot of elements from blocks, mobs, items, and even the font and the crosshair. This style of texturing is becoming more desirable by the community, and it's for a reason. Human era, villagers and illagers made those mobs look very human, with different traits like a dark and pale skin colors, different hair colors and styles. Eyes have also been changed too, and the gender element have been added to the game too. The pack now features a fresh animation support, which perfectly fits the nature of these textures, personalizing the villagers and illagers even more. Though the process of applying the pack isn't straight up, you will need to go to the folder of the pack, cut out this pack named Fresh Animation Activator, then paste it into the Minecraft Resource Packs folder. After that, go back to the game and add the Fresh Animation Activator pack on the list like that. And there you go. Private skies make the sky's color biome based. That is, each time you travel to one of the covered biomes, like the Badlands for instance, the sky's color will shift. This is a decent mod to improve the game's atmosphere, and I wish the author would add more color variations. And as I suggested on the Leafy Creeper pack, even add mod support too. 3D buckets is just that, a texture pack that 3Difies the buckets in the game. These new buckets feature amazing outlooks, with them having more details and looking very lively. The buckets remind me of those of the texture pack actions and stuff, only the interactive animations are missing. This is a texture pack that enhances the flower pots in the game. When observing the cleavage of the pot, you can clearly see more details and a higher shading than vanilla. When observing the flower bed, however, things get even more exciting, with both the plant and the pot itself changing models, making every flower pot different and unique. This is an incredible texture pack to add, and opposite to the previous one, it can be paired with other VanillaPLUS packs. The Overgrown is a texture pack I tested all the way back in 2019, before I had even started YouTube, and after many years, the pack is finally being maintained and updated once more. What fascinated me about this pack is the combination of simple and mystic. The textures look a bit bare-boned, but at the same time, they paint a unique pixel adventure. The pack featured 3D models for things like the ladder and the torch, and the style is so unified and consistent amongst all blocks that it made an entirely different experience. I really hope that the author would upkeep the development, and even add things like fresh animations and mod support too. DEVAMPED is a resource pack that features an ordinary appearance, but with more details and depth. The author is a highly proactive person, updating the pack almost daily, the thing that resulted in most of the blocks, items, and even the GUI to be textured. However, the mobs are the only part of this pack which is still underdeveloped as of now. This pack is originally for Bedrock and has been ported over to Java, which is great. However, this porting came with its own issues. The water and lava textures were completely ruined. I wanted to add this pack to my most recent mod packs for creating actions and stuff, but sadly, the water and lava were just too profound to be ignored. Dooomboy's Maps is also a Bedrock texture pack. However, it has not been ported to Java as of now. The texture pack improved the shape and art style of the mobs tremendously, all the while keeping the vanilla blueprint. The impressive part is that all of what you are seeing right now has been made using a cell phone, which is quite unbelievable. The author allowed everyone to port the pack as long as proper credits are given. So, if any of your friends watching knows anything about porting, please do us all a favor. In Minecraft's latest snapshot, spawn eggs feature a personalized appearance, resembling their mob. This pack will make the villagers and Illagers live up to their spawn eggs. This was done through enlarging their noses and seemingly hiding their eyes. The author pulled this beautifully, and it reminds me of the dad from Cloudy with a chance of meatballs. This next pack adds extra layers to the grass block, even extending the grass outwardly from the edges. Each grass block has the chance of grass flowers and pebbles to spawn on its surface, making it look even more beautiful. The pack covers most grass types, and it's a combination of impactful and undisturbing, making it perfectly fit for any VanillaPLUS mod pack. Allure is a lovely texture pack, increasing the game's saturation and adding more depth to the textures. The pack is 75% complete, though it already covers many elements of the game, my favorite being the animals' cute models, the textures of the font, the sound of eating, and the look of the flower pots. The pack's development isn't so frequent, but it's heading towards completion. By then you can rely on it to handle all the visuals in your world. This pack makes the leaf litter in the latest snapshot bushier. The idea and execution was well made. It's similar to the previously mentioned better vanilla grass, and might even make a good match with it. And I'm quite happy with this pack, and also with the frequent updates Mojang has been doing lately. Overlays is a texture pack that will connect the blocks together, though it's not the real reason I added it here. The pack has been included because, to my surprise, it gives connected textures to other packs that didn't even have it in the first place. I discovered this while I was making my mod pack, the one inspired by actions and stuff, and I could not be happier to add it there, and eventually here too. Install the pack and see if it fits your favorite textures. This pack will add 3D break-in visuals to the game, such a feature I've seen on the Patrix resource pack, so it's nice to see it as a part of a VanillaPLUS texture pack. It's awesome and always gratifying to observe. Extended Illumina is a texture pack that will enhance how torches and lanterns look on your hand on a first and a third-person view, given that items are blockier appearance and ditching the conventional paper thin textures. The pack is surprisingly compatible with almost every texture pack you could name, and it's also supportive of mods like Not Enough Animations, enhancing the handheld torch animation on said mod. I love these kinds of texture packs that stretch its effect onto other packs and mods too. It's also quite useful and makes the game less jarring. Believe it or not, this is a texture pack that will add a special animation for the spawning of the wither packs. In the past, I've tried a mod that does a similar thing, and honestly it looked better, though that's a mod we're talking about, not a resource pack. The pack also supports other textures, so long the soul sand blocks are not animated. This pack has sadly been abandoned by its author. The last time it was updated was 3 years ago. So, if by blind luck the author happened to be watching this video, no pressure, but please update this amazing texture pack. Aesthetic Visuals is an incredibly underrated texture pack on the list. For what it offers, this pack deserves much more downloads than it has as of now. First off, it has fresh animations, and I'm not talking about compatibility. Those are animations made by the author himself, from scratch. Of course, not all mobs are covered, but this fact in of itself is impressive. Going around the world, you can notice some atmospheric features such as fallen leaves. Those are obviously recolored vanilla fallen leaves from the Pale Garden, but it remains an exclusive feature nonetheless. This pack also changed the weather conditions. Rain and snow will look subtler, in addition to having a vanilla-friendly sandstorm effect to the desert. All said particles are going to be amplified with a suffocating fog limiting your viewpoint. And one last thing I'll talk about are the mob variations. Cows are going to look different based on the biome, allowing you to have Mojang's latest features backported to 1.21. Creepers variations, however, were a little problematic. You see, in the desert, while a sandstorm erupts, you would hardly, if ever, notice that the cactus nearby is chasing you and is going to explode on your face. This is a fabulous texture pack, and I encourage the author to give it a better icon, and for you, my friend, to give it a try. And we conclude this episode with the 3D animated Mace. This pack will enhance the models of the Mace, giving it a thicker appearance, in addition to giving it special animations, with breeze particles leaving the Mace and a red piece of garment flopping along the wind. I love 3D models, and I love animated textures, but what I love more is a pack that combines both, so I hope more packs like these are created. Thanks for watching. If you have not watched the second episode, go for it. I collaborated with Critters, and it was a fabulous collection too. Subscribe and turn on the bell if you wish to be notified about the next episode, and I'll see ya in the next one, my friend.